What would you do if someone told you they were going to become the richest person in the world? By selling books from a garage on something called the internet? Today, that might sound normal, but in the early 1990s, it sounded almost impossible. Online shopping barely existed. Most people had never even used the internet, and the idea that a small website could one day compete with the biggest retailers on earth seemed absurd. Yet one young man believed it. He walked away from a prestigious Wall Street job, a stable career, and a future most people would never dare to give up. His name was Jeff Bezos. Before starting Amazon, Bezos worked at D.E. Shaw, one of New York's most respected hedge funds. Brilliant colleagues, high pay, a clear path to success. But one day, he came across a number that changed everything. Internet usage was growing at over 2,000% per year. To most people, that might seem like trivia. To Bezos, it was a signal, a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Instead of ignoring it, he ran a mental experiment he later called the Regret Minimization Framework. He imagined himself at 80 years old, looking back at his life and asked, "Will I regret trying and failing, or regret never trying at all?" The answer was clear. Failure could be survived, but inaction would haunt him forever. So he took the leap. In 1994, Bezos started a small online bookstore called Amazon in a garage. Orders were packed on the floor. The team used wooden doors as desks because they couldn't afford real furniture. From the outside, it looked like a tiny, risky experiment. But Bezos was thinking differently, long-term. While most companies chase quarterly profits, he believed if you were willing to work on ideas that take 7 to 10 years to succeed, you reduce competition because few people can think that far ahead. He also understood the difference between a job, a career, and a calling. A job pays bills. A career brings status. But a calling is something deeper, work that excites you enough to persist even when it is hard. Passion alone isn't enough, but passion combined with discipline can create extraordinary results. He often repeated a phrase from the military: "Slow is smooth, smooth is fast." Momentum comes not from rushing, but from calm, consistent execution. And yet, it would be dishonest not to acknowledge the other side. Amazon's incredible growth came with real costs. Small retailers struggled, workers raised concerns, and questions about competition and market dominance grew. Success is rarely perfect, and blind admiration misses the complexities behind it. Still, the principles of Bezos' journey are clear. Think long-term, act boldly, execute consistently, and make choices you won't regret. Today, opportunities abound: AI, digital businesses, global platforms where one idea can reach millions. The question Bezos asked decades ago still matters. When you look back on your life, will you regret the safe choices you made? Or the bold ones you took? Because sometimes the biggest opportunities in the world start in a garage.